The Marion County School District is always looking for ways to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars. With the ever-increasing reliance on technology for implementing classroom curriculum and mandates from the state for student testing, the Google Chromebook has set itself apart as a functional and cost-effective solution to meet these demands.
We certainly have the traditional netbook or laptop in our schools, and in many times the applications that our schools use call for a traditional laptop or a netbook based on the curriculum being used at that school or in that instructional classroom. However, when we started looking at the wide variety of applications that we use here in our district, the Chromebook kind of fit that mold. So it's a lower cost device. It's a device that can be leveraged with our student accounts and teachers' accounts, and we've integrated the Google Classroom now this year, and that's something that our team worked on over the course of the summer to enable another set of applications available to them to leverage the Chromebook. But I think when you looked at the price point, what we could do with it, the performance of the application, just the operating system in and itself, those were all key factors in our decision to move toward supporting the Chromebook across our district. We spent the summer integrating our user account scheme with the Google infrastructure on the back end to enable that teacher to have one user account. So same user account that our teachers use to log into their traditional computer, they're going to log into Google Classroom if they think that fits in their classroom and their instructional delivery. So students, same thing. Students have had their individual accounts for a number of years now. We didn't want to have another set of accounts. There are tools in the Google Classroom that will allow them, a teacher, to drive and use their interactive device that they might have, one similar to the one that's standing behind me, and take that same image that's on their screen and deploy it out to those 22 Chromebooks that might be sitting in that classroom at any given time, and the students can follow along with the teacher at their desk. This year we have over 7,000 Chromebooks. That number will continue to increase as we look to implement a refresh of some plus 1,200 netbooks in our school district. I wanted to offer our principals an opportunity to do something other than a traditional one-for-one refresh. So an example would be if an elementary school was targeted for 75 or 100 traditional desktop computer refresh, instead of doing something traditionally one-for-one, I met with those principals, had those discussions with our region team leaders, and we had some dialogue of what it would look like. So if they had some interest in a Chromebook, maybe they would get 120, 160, or 180 Chromebooks for the same cost that we had identified for the traditional 100 computers. Certainly the movement is to try to put more mobile devices and leverage that infrastructure. Will there still be a place for the desktop? Will there still be a traditional computer lab? I think the answer is still yes, because some of the curriculum requires that. Is the Chromebook or the desktop, does it have to all be just a desktop? Does it have to all be a Chromebook? And I think that answer is no. The idea here is to provide more options and more flexibility for our schools.
An empty desk can lead to an empty mind. If you aren't in school, how can you learn? Marion County Public Schools has launched Attendance Counts, a campaign to stress the importance of being in class every day. Last year, over 16% of elementary students missed at least 10 days of class. At the middle and high school levels, the number is even higher. While attendance was up overall last year, nearly 19% of students still missed at least 10% of class. And it's surprising how easy that is to do. If you miss just 2 days a month, that adds up to 18 days. That's 10% of the school year. The goal of Attendance Counts is to raise attendance district-wide at least 2% this year. That may not seem like much, but here in Marion County, 2% is almost 900 more students in class learning. Schools throughout the district will stress attendance, and those students on the brink of chronic absenteeism will be especially focused on. You can find out more by visiting either of these websites. The links are in the description below.
Forest-Vanguard, from the time that the two schools were created some 45 years ago, it's been a natural rivalry. Vanguard set the standard here in Marion County with their back-to-back state championships and then reaching the final the next year, and they've had some great volleyball players. So absolutely, when your district rival and crosstown rival is an excellent team like they have been, it motivates you to continue to work hard and try to get to that same level.
That's really true, actually, because a lot of the other teams we play obviously aren't as competitive as that rivalry game, and them being our rival and them also being extremely good, their skill level being extremely high, that definitely makes us work harder.
From the past couple of years when we had struggled to beat them, just the determination to win over the years had just gotten so much, so that the team that we had last year when we had first beaten them in a long time, we really stuck together as a team, and we knew that we wanted to be one of the best teams in Ocala, and I feel like that's why we won.
With a 3-2 win a couple of weeks ago, Forest holds bragging rights, but maybe not for long. The two rivals meet again Monday night.
The next match at Vanguard is going to be incredibly intense.
Probably more intense than ever before, because with every loss we know that Vanguard is going to come back stronger and better than ever.
There is no better atmosphere for volleyball in the state of Florida than the Forest-Vanguard games. But the key, what we talk about here, is let's keep it a great rivalry, and let's not let it be an ugly rivalry. These girls play volleyball with each other in club. They've gone to school with each other, a lot of them going through middle school, so they're friends. And you don't have to make it an ugly rivalry to compete on the court. I want to win as much as anybody, but doing things the right way is more important, and I've really been proud of our girls for showing that in this rivalry.
It's really just being mature about the situation and knowing that when you're on the court, it's one thing, and you're playing against each other, and you're really team-centered and school-centered, but after the game's over, win or lose, you just sort of have to humble yourself and know that we're still friends, this is okay.
I think it comes with the maturity of being in high school and how old we are, and just we know that it's just school, and then when it comes to travel that we need to be teammates when we step on the court, and then when we come to school that we know that we're still friends, but we're here to compete and just have a good game.
"30 years of research shows that students perform better academically, have fewer discipline problems, and become more responsible adults when fathers are actively involved in their child's education." September 28th is Dad's Take Your Child to School Day. This event is a great opportunity for dads and other male role models to make a significant difference by staying actively involved in their students' educational experience.
Well, hashtag I Am Marion came about as a result of a committee through Engage in Education. And the committee decided that they wanted to highlight for the community the power of a K-12 education, how that K-12 investment played out after the students graduated. So we wanted to highlight Marion County Public School graduates that have made their life and their living here in Marion County and enriched our community.
And I think it's a real honor. It's very humbling to come from where I came and to end up being the mayor of this city. You know, I joke with some of the young kids in elementary school, especially at Oakcrest, when I've spoken over there. You know, I would have been the least likely kid you would have picked out of that group that you would say, now that'll be the mayor of Ocala someday. It wouldn't have been me.
So hashtag I Am Marion was put together by the Public Education Foundation and Marion County Public Schools. We've partnered on this, and we've been able to start with a billboard campaign using no taxpayer dollars. This is all funded through a different stream, so we're proud of that. And the billboards started going up July 1st, and they'll be rolling out through the next several months. In addition, we're hoping that the social media campaign, which will also be launching on the Public Education Foundation's Facebook page, but we're hoping the social media campaign will encourage all other people in the community to show their pride of being a Marion County Public School graduate. And we're hoping to get businesses engaged, individuals engaged. Let us see those Marion County graduates that are living here, working here, and making our community a better and stronger place. We also know that we've got students that will be Marion, that are Marion. Let us see those kindergarten kids that will be the class of 2030. Let us see those incoming high school seniors. We would really love to celebrate everyone. Our slogan is great schools produce great people, and we believe that that happens here every day in Marion County Public Schools. We believe that the campaign not only shows the community the investment of those K-12 dollars, but we want them to know that after our students graduate, that investment continues here in Marion County. Great schools make great people. Great people build great communities. And that's what we have here in Marion County.